Hello guys, my name is Theo, and in this video I will tell you why your training might be destroying your focus and your performance in your business. You see, I've been training for almost all my life, and I've noticed that some key things in my training have literally destroyed everything about my focus, everything about my performance mentally. When I trained soccer, I used to play like 5 or 6 times a week with my soccer team. We did 1.5 hour sessions. At this time, I was a gamer as well. I used to sit almost every single evening and playing video games with my friends. And when I played so much video games, I used to sit up really late. You know, I wanted to have those extra things inside of video games. I was playing a video game called Rust at the time. This is what I'm thinking about. And you know, if you have your base inside of Rust, you need to be online for you to be able to protect it from raiders and other players wanting to take your loot. So that's what I was doing with my cousins and my friends. I was staying up late so that I could protect my stuff in the game, and kind of neglecting the day after that. During the weekdays, I would go to sleep at like 8 or 9, and during the weekends, I would sit up till like 2 a.m. playing this video game and other video games as well. And because of this, I didn't improve in my soccer training and my focus. This is the important thing for you. My focus during school time and outside of school became so fucked up that I didn't have the capability to focus properly on things. I couldn't focus on my relationships. I couldn't focus inside of school, like on simple tasks. I couldn't focus in like conversations and a bunch of other things that basically ruined me. And I feel like I didn't really develop as fast as the other kids did as well. I think that you don't really have the same problems as I have had. Like, sure, I was like 15 or even 13 years old at this point, and I don't think that you really have this kind of radical problem that I did, and you are more aware than I was at this time, you know. But some of you might still experience that you have cognitive issues. You feel that you cannot focus that greatly. You feel that you cannot perform that greatly mentally, even though you want to. So in this video, I'm going to break down every single thing that I did to improve my focus and what kinds of things that you need to be avoiding in order for you to have better focus and like better cognitive function and all of that. I will get into everything. The first thing that I started to do was I actually quit doing long forms of cardio. Well, why did I do this? Well, the first reason is because I feel that this long type of cardio really sucked me down into a hole. When I played soccer, I couldn't really do anything for the rest of the day because I was so drained of all the running, of all the like chatting with teammates. I'm quite introverted as a person, and I just couldn't really do anything the day after as well, you know. Since my sleep is naturally so fucked up, I don't really recover the day after. I actually need like one more day or a little bit more time than the usual person does. So this is why I personally cannot do long forms of cardio. You know, I've been training soccer for a big majority of my life. You know, I also did Muay Thai, and this was because I wanted to learn how to defend myself, and I wanted to have some other sport other than soccer so I could actually train my cardiovascular like system. But this wasn't really that great, I realized, because when I came home later on in the day, I didn't have any energy to basically do anything. This is the negative with all or almost all types of trainings, especially your cardiovascular training. Because when you get home later on in the day, you're just going to be so drained. You just want to lay down, you want to eat some food, you want to like scroll on your phone. You don't really have the willpower to do anything other than just laying down. So you need to remove these long types of cardio. You need to do something else that is way better than doing this high intensity long types of workouts. You see, what you need to do is something that is much more simple than this. And we've been doing this for all of human existence, and it is walking. I know, it isn't as fancy as doing Muay Thai or playing soccer with your teammates or playing, I don't know, some other sport like rugby, basketball, swimming, and all these kinds of stuff, you know. But the thing about walking is that you can combine it with strength training, which is the best two forms of exercise for your body, and I will get into that later on. But the reason why walking is some like the best form of cardio for your body is because it puts basically no kind of stress on your body. And this is great because you already have so much stress in your daily life, and you get a really good form of exercise even though you don't really feel like it. If you get like 10 to 20,000 steps, you're going to be able to sleep really well if you do this. If you have 10 to 20,000 steps, you're going to be able to sleep way better later on in the day, so you're going to enhance recovery. You're basically going to get, like, you're going to sleep directly after, like, directly when you put your head on the pillow. So that's really great. I don't know if you can actually see this, but I certainly hope so. You can do this like when you're listening to podcasts, you can do this while you're talking to a friend, while you're having business meetings, or no, not business meetings, but kind of business calls and stuff that you can just do kind of passively. And I like to do this when the sun is up so that I get my sunlight into my eyes. I do this in the morning or right after like a big meal so I can digest the food better, get more nutrients, and yeah, basically not be as full when I go to sleep as well. So this is really great for sleep. It's a really great like sleep hack, and this is why of the this is one of the like greatest reasons why I have started to incorporate walking into my routine instead of doing really high levels of like training that most people do, because it improves your sleep and therefore it improves your focus as well. And since you are someone who wants to improve their business, you want to have better focus, you want to perform better in all aspects of your business, and you can trade literally everything in your life for your business, this is one of the greatest hacks that you can have. If you can improve your sleep, you're going to improve your focus so much that it's actually going to be such a big ROI for your business. And I'm not talking as someone who have built a business. I certainly have not. I'm only 17 years old, right? But I certainly know that my own personal ability to focus is so much better when I'm incorporating like 10 to 20,000 steps of walking every single day. I know that my sleep is better. I know that like my cardio is better. I know that my focus is better, and all of these things that you want while you're building your business. And this is one of the things, you know, if you don't want to listen to someone like me who haven't actually like, oh, built the business, haven't gone to school, haven't done this and that, who are you getting your information from? I'm doing this because I'm teaching you like rational arguments for why you should do certain things, you know. If you cannot take this advice and think with your own brain and actually kind of implement it, like, why are you even watching this video? Are you watching this video to just have some quick dopamine? No, you're not. Like, you're watching this video to actually learn stuff and implement this stuff, because learning without implementation is not learning. It's basically just brain rotting. It's another way of like scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram or something like that. If you watch this video and you don't take action, what is the point of even watching this video, you know? So do this. This is probably like one of the best things that I've incorporated on like recent terms. I have a strange kind of condition that makes me have better sleep when I'm not training. I know this is kind of weird because I know that most people sleep better when they are training. This is not the case for me for some reason. Whenever I am not training, like I was like just 1 month ago, I had like a 2 hour 2 months like break from training altogether because I was sick. I realized that I saw my Whoop that shit, like my REM sleep has never been better. I don't know if it is something with like overtraining and having like super strenuous activity that I talked about before. But if you have super much stress in your life, like most people are who are ambitious, who wants to build a business, who want to have good health, who want to be like ambitious and strive for their purpose, you know. Most people put a lot of strain on their nervous system, and this is why most people might suffer in their sleep because of this. And when you suffer from your sleep, you're going to have less focus. So maybe removing some of your training will help with this. I know it certainly did for me. Like, I didn't do any training for like 2 months in a row almost. I only did some walking every once in a while. This actually helped me quite a lot. So you might want to implement this as well. It isn't something that is big, but it can help you. Okay, so how do I actually train now? I talked previously about I'm not doing like heavy cardiovascular exercises, and I'm not really putting so much strain on my body anymore. Well, the thing that I'm doing is that I'm doing walking, and I'm doing gym as well. I'm going to the gym almost every single day, but not on all days, of course. I'm doing gym and I'm doing sprinting. Mm. And let's talk about each thing and why these are all important and why these are the only things that you need for your training. First off, this is the light cardio. You can do this like all the time. You can always get 10 to 20,000 steps every single day, and it's not going to impact your level of like, you're not going to get burnt out by doing this, you're not going to be exhausted by doing this. No, you can do this every single day, improve your recovery by maybe 20 to 30% every single day. Do this together with going to the gym almost every single day. I'm talking about 5 to 6 times a week, and you hit the at least one compound movement every single time. You do some isolation exercises if you're into aestheticism and like just bro kind of bodybuilding and strength training, you know. So 5 to 6. Oh fuck, that's a horrible 5 to 6 x per week, right? There's a lot of time, you know, but if you can manage to do it, it will be really beneficial for your health. Also, sprinting. Since I am not doing any like heavy forms of cardio, sprinting is going to be a necessity because I want to have an like all-rounded health, you know. I don't want to miss out on any kind of health stats. And when you have this like kind of high stress on your body for a short term, for a short time period, that is really great for your body, and your nervous system is actually going to improve by doing this. So if I do sprinting 2 to 3 times a week per week, I can like do the same kind of volume as I did when I did Muay Thai, when I trained soccer, except that it's way better for your recovery and for your training. It's going to be way less of a stressor. Like, most people actually need less stress in their life, even though most people think that they need more stress in their life because they're so ambitious. But the thing is, most people need more recovery, some like pushing, you know, some pushing, and they need some of this as well. Good explanation, but you get what I mean. You cannot be over like exercising like most people are. Most people are certainly over exercising, and this is so bad because it's just going to lead you to underperforming. You know, when I'm doing this kind of routine, I'm never kind of feeling sluggish, except for today for some reason, and I'm never like feeling bad. If I'm doing this every single day together with a good diet, together with good sleep, like, you're going to be maxed out. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.